Welcome back to the channel Hawas Fragrance. I am Ayamide. Here we talk all things fragrance and perfumery, and we release a new video every Saturday. This week we'll be watching the video Top 10 Summer Designer Fragrances 2025. But for every fragrance that the amazing gentleman in Gent Scents talks about, I'm going to be offering a cheaper alternative, and the cap is going to be 50,000 Naira. So every perfume he mentions, I will give a cheaper alternative that is very close to it, either an inspired by or a dupe of it, with the maximum amount being 50,000 Naira, bar one exception or so.
It's just about summertime in 2025, assuming you're in the Northern Hemisphere, and today I've got for you guys my 10 choices for the best designer fragrances for this year. And I'm going to kick things off with 3 really quick honorable mentions. The first one is Ferragamo's Bright Leather, which is definitely under the radar for the majority of guys out there.
For Bright Leather, we have Ana Abiyedh, which is less citrusy, but it is more spicy and has thicker leather. And by the way, the fragrances I will be recommending in this video are derived based on personal research, personal use, as well as online forums, and asking a few of my colleagues as well. So you're in safe hands.
The next one, Missoni Wave, which is a really hyped, cheap fragrance, smells fantastic, super versatile, easy to wear, a compliment puller.
For Missoni Wave, a good substitute is Ocean Rush, which the difference you might notice is the amber and the musk additions.
And then lastly, Mont Blanc Legend Blue, which is the newest in the Legend line, at least until they come out with a new one at some point.
For Legend Blue, we have Ramsh Imperium by Zimaya. It's basically the same thing. If you look at the note breakdowns, the top notes, middle notes, and bottom notes are very, very similar.
Now into the official top 10, starting off with number 10, Dior Homme Sport, which this stuff is fantastic. It's not just a summertime fragrance. You can wear this during spring easily, during fall. It's got a nice blend of like classiness while still being casual at the same time. Note-wise, you've got citrus in here, lemon, bergamot. You have pink pepper, elemi, and woods as well.
For Dior Homme Sport, a very good substitute is Dark Door Sport or Jean Lowe. Both of them are by Maison Alhambra, the fragrance house, but neither of them are as spicy as Dior Homme Sport. But they are good enough substitutes and cheap enough for you to not really bat an eye.
Number 9 is Choo Man Ice. Really affordable. One thing with this, it is an eau de toilette, and it does perform like a summertime eau de toilette. It's not crazy strong, so be aware of that. If you want really good performance here, you're gonna have to spray heavier.
For Man Ice, we have the Zara fragrance Vibrant Leather. It's cheaper and it's similar. That's all there is to it.
So we're at number 8, and number 8 for me is going to be this one, Bvlgari Man Wood Neroli. I kind of want to get back into wearing some of those fragrances that are more like Neroli Portofino, also original vetiver from Creed. So I might actually reach for Mugler Come Together as well. Note-wise, it has bergamot, neroli, orange blossom, woods, and musk. So you have citrus and then white floral notes that also impart a citrusy kind of scent profile.
For Wood Neroli, we have Zara's A Day Fragrance or Wild Coolness. Now, these 2 fragrances might be hard to find because I had to do a lot of digging, so it might be hard for you to find, but if you reach out to me, I can help you purchase any of the fragrances I mentioned in this video or he mentions in his video.
I just talked about sweet fragrances, and number 7 is one of those. It's Beau, and this is the eau de toilette. Note-wise, not a whole lot going on. Bergamot, coconut, and tonka. That is it.
For Beau, I don't know how I pronounced it. This one has so many substitutes. I just had to list out 3 of them because I saw like 5 or 6 different cheaper substitutes. First one is Island Khadlaj, Fragrance World's Hayaati Blue, Glacier Bold, just to name a few. Now these are all similar to it. They just either have one less ingredient or one more ingredient, but they are all inspired by Beau.
Number 6, maybe a surprise that it's not higher up the list, but it's Acqua di Gio Profondo, the new version of the Eau de Parfum. Note-wise, this one has mandarin orange. I think technically it's green mandarin orange, along with rosemary, aquatic notes, lavender, and mineral notes as well.
Acqua di Gio Profondo. We have Maison Alhambra George di Profondo. Now, if you look at the notes breakdown, they are literally the same thing. They just copied the assignment word for word, bar for bar, zero difference. It's crazy.
Number 5 is Polo 67. This is the Eau de Toilette, but I do want to say, depending on my mood, I may go for the Eau de Parfum over the Eau de Toilette. Just really depends on what I'm doing. So note-wise, the Eau de Toilette has pineapple. That's going to be one of the main things that you get here off the top, along with bergamot and lemon. So really fresh, zingy, lively opening. As it dries down, you've got juniper, sage, patchouli, and vetiver.
Polo 67, which has Fakhar Black, which was the closest I could find that was similar in our price range of 50,000 and below. Sure, they have some that are higher, but for our price limit of 50,000, the best I could find was Fakhar Black.
Number 4 is a fragrance that works extremely well during the summer, but also spring and fall, and frankly winter as well. It's Bad Boy Cobalt from Herrera. So it does have a decent amount of sweetness in there. There's lavender and plum as two of the main notes. You also have truffle, vetiver, cedar, and pink pepper.
For Bad Boy Cobalt, 9 a.m. Dive Afnan, but it's more than 50k. It was the closest I could find, but it is slightly more than 50k. It's about 55, 60, 65,000 naira. So in its place, we have either Hawas or Hawas Ice can be used as substitutes, but they are not as similar to Bad Boy Cobalt as 9 a.m. Dive by Afnan is. Do you understand?
Number 3 is one that absolutely crushes for some people, including me, and for other people, it does not work. So you do need to understand with this fragrance which side you fall on. Is it something that sounds really appealing to you or not so much? It's Eros Energy from Versace. There's a lot of citrus in Eros Energy. I know you can look at the bottle. Yeah, it's yellow, lemony or something like that. It has almost every type of citrus you could think of in the note breakdown, okay? There is lemon, there's lime, there's bergamot, there's grapefruit, and there's 2 different types of orange.
For Eros Energy, we have Club de Nuit Intense, but it is also not under 50k. And just like Polo 67, I couldn't find anything less than 50k that was close enough to be regarded as an inspired buy of this Eros Energy. But if you do know, in the comments, please let me know so I would update my fragrance knowledge. But as of right now, based on my research and my questioning, Club de Nuit is the closest, but it is slightly more than 50,000 naira.
Number 2 is a fragrance that has died and come back and died and come back again. It's Invictus Aqua from Rayhaan, formerly known as Paco Rabanne. They did dumb down the note breakdown. It's like grapefruit, C notes, and amberwood. Yeah, they gave you like a 3-note note breakdown, but whatever.
Invictus Aqua. Now, the substitute for this one is Lattafa Ana. Although it adds a little more character to its makeup by adding tobacco, it is very similar. And I have actually used Lattafa Ana, and it is a beautiful, fresh scent. I have a review of it from about 2 years ago. You should go check it out as well.
And number 1 for me is actually kind of a throwback. It's one that heading into summer I've been wearing and I'm like, dang man, I almost forgot how good this is. And it's become kind of addictive. I've been spraying it on a good amount and it's a really unique summertime fragrance. It's Prada L'Homme Lowe. So this is stuff that is clean, a little soapy, you know, a touch powdery, but also sweet. It's fresh, it is classy, but easy to wear in any situation. And it has iris, which I absolutely love. Along with that iris, there's Neroli in here. There's ginger, there's sandalwood, and cedar. For a while, it was kind of difficult to find.
Last but not least, number 1, Prada L'Homme Lowe. Now, this fragrance, I could find nothing, I mean nothing cheap that could be a substitute for it. That was crazy. I checked everywhere I could find. But I remembered a fragrance I used sometime in the past that was complimented heavily. And then looking at the notes of Prada L'Homme Lowe and looking at the experience I had with it, I believe those two are compatible. Another thing is like I said, I couldn't find anything that matches on paper. But why I am using this as the substitute is because of the bottle design and because of how beautiful the substitute fragrance is as at when I used it. Remember, if you watched one of my recent videos, I talked about wanting to buy it to see if it's still as good as it was before. And without further ado, it's Avanti for him. That fragrance is inexpensive, but it was beautiful. I loved it and it got a lot of compliments. So based off of the bottle design, and then the Avanti for him also has a velvet version, and then Prada Lowe also has a velvet version. So I just put two and two together and say, okay, maybe they just decided to do a very obvious copy of it. Even for the Avanti for him, I couldn't find any notes breakdown on the internet until I buy it again and I use my nose to determine what notes are in it. But for now, that's the closest I could find in that price range. And a bonus from me to you, this fragrance is also a fragrance I will be reviewing in the coming weeks, either next week or 2 weeks from now. It is Aventus Blue for him. This is a beautiful summer fragrance. It's what I'm currently using and I am enjoying every bit of it. I've used it for about 2 weeks and it's already quite dented. So look out for that review and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Which of these substitute fragrances or the designer fragrances have you used, and what do you think of their substitutions? What do you think of the video? Let me know in the comments and I will see you all next week for the next video. Also, a huge shout out to Gent Scents for this amazing video. It is linked down in the description of this video, so please go and watch it as well. I cut out a lot of things from the video, a lot of his breakdowns. I just decided, okay, let me give cheaper substitutions for my subscribers. But please go watch the full video. And then if you have any video from your favorite content creators, maybe Gent Scents, School of Scents, Aromatics, and you would like me to suggest cheaper alternatives, just tag me under the comment or send the videos to me and I'll be sure to react slash give cheaper alternatives to those videos. Remember, I am Ayomide of Hawas Fragrance. Here we talk all things fragrance and perfumery. Thank you for watching. Bye.